Hello everyone, my name is Reverend Birgit Gaudreau. Welcome to my Bible study. Today we're going to study Exodus chapter 21. So in this chapter, God is showing exactly what He expects from the Israelites. He is teaching them His commandments because He wants to prepare them for the next generations. I'm going to start reading in Exodus chapter 21, verse 1 to 3. Now these are the judgments which you shall set before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he shall serve 6 years, and in the 7th he shall go out free and pay nothing. If he comes in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he comes in married, then his wife shall go out with him. In some of the verses it talks about slavery, but really it's not the type of slavery that we know. It's not a bondage, it's more of a serving in the household or serving in the fields. And the instructions from God are exact instructions for different situations that can happen. Here you can see a man making an awl from a bone using primitive tools. He's using some stones, and now I'm going to read verse 4 to 6. If his master has given him a wife, and she has borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. But if the servant plainly says, I love my master, my wife and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him to the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or to the doorpost, and his master shall pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. I always wondered when and how did ear piercing ever start? And I think this could be where the ear piercing started. And it wasn't to look pretty or attractive with earrings like we have today, but it was to show that you belong to a certain master. Verse 7 to 11. And if a man sells his daughter to a female slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do. If she does not please her master, who has betrothed her to himself, then he shall let her be redeemed. He shall have no right to sell her to a foreign people, since he has dealt deceitfully with her. And if she has betrothed her to his son, he shall deal with her according to the custom of daughters. If he takes another wife, he shall not diminish her food, her clothing, and her marriage rights. And if he does not do these 3 for her, then she shall go out free without paying money. So here, if a servant had a daughter and he couldn't afford to keep the daughter, then he would sell the daughter to marriage at an early age. And there are some countries that still marry young girls at 9 or 12 to other men so that they'll be taken care of because the fathers or the family is poor. Well, everyone, of course, I do not agree with something like that a child is being married off. And I'm glad that I live in this country, in Canada, that something like that is forbidden. At that time was also arranged marriages, where one family would agree with the other family that their son or daughter would marry when they were at a certain age. Now, God was for equality with the women, and He said that if this does not happen, the woman is free from this bond. Verse 12 to 14. He who strikes a man so that he die shall surely be put to death. However, if he did not lie in wait, but God delivered him into his hand, then I will appoint for you a place where he may flee. But if a man acts with premeditation against his neighbor to kill him by treachery, you shall take him from my altar, that he may die. So God did not like the fact that a man would take more than one wife. He wanted that they would commit to one wife, as we do today. And this is something that he started with Adam and Eve. He did not want Adam to have more than one wife. He wanted Adam to commit only to Eve. Verse 15 to 17. And he who strikes his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. He who kidnaps a man and sells him, or if he is found in his hand, shall surely be put to death. And he who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. We're going to continue next time with this chapter. It's going to be Exodus 21, part 2. There is so much detail that God put into this chapter, and I don't want this video to be too long. So thank you for joining me today. God bless you all. Until the next time.